It's your boy, Devon NRG, and we're live here today at the Bitcoin Conference 2024 at Nashville, Tennessee. The energy has been amazing. We've talked to multiple people, lots more coming. Let's go.
My name is Jasmine Brunson. I'm the CTO and co-founder of Rectify AI. Rectify AI at a high level is a Web3 security company, so we specialize in everything such as smart contract auditing. We're also building an app to help people do their own research in crypto with the help of AI and predictive analytics. So typically when you do your own research in crypto, you're opening tons of tabs to figure out what's this next token. My friend just told me to go buy Dogecoin. I don't know anything about it, right? And so you're trying to figure out who are the founders, how long has this project existed, what chain is it on, is it EVM compatible, what's the track record of the development team. So we aggregate all that data in one specific place in the dashboard, and we let people know, hey, by this risk score or by the durability of this company, if it's a viable investment or not. And it's up to you as a user to decide to invest. So risk management is what we do, and also the cybersecurity side with helping the companies find and sift the bugs out in their codes, from reentrancy to integer overflow, underflow, all those bugs that could render a blockchain useless or even render your DApp useless.
I love everything you just said. I'm loving your company. You have a real world solve. So I want people to actually use your company because it sounds incredible. So how can we find your software, or is it an application?
Yeah, so you can check us out at rectify.ai. You can join the waitlist. Also for smart contract auditing clients, you can contact us on Twitter. You can also contact us at info@rectify.ai. And Rectify is spelled REKTIFY, kind of like rec in crypto, like you have a rec or rug. So we trademarked that a couple years ago. And funny enough, that story of coming up with the name is pretty long, but Rectify AI is a very, very novel name for this industry. As you know, when you rectify an issue, you're making it good. You're finding the solution. Just like in crypto, if we're rectifying the issues with hacks, scams, exploits, different types of phishing attacks, etc., you're rectifying that. So we come to the table and we help not only the protocols but also the users.
Incredible. So we know that we do not want to get wrecked. We know that feeling hurts our heart, but we can rectify that situation by making the right choice and using her company right off the break. So I love that. So let me see. Is your company, is it associated on blockchain now with the coin, or is it coming in the future?
Oh, so we do not have a token. A token could be in a roadmap. However, we're mostly focused on, like I said, helping the protocols and the users first. The issues with Web3 security companies coming out with tokens is that sometimes it can kind of get deflated with the mission of the company. If the company now shifts to focusing on a token, now we're mostly focused on how our shareholders feeling, right? What are our shareholders saying? What are our VCs saying? We want to focus on what are the protocols saying that they need? What are the consumers saying that they need? There's not many cybersecurity tools for end users in this space. You see all these folks, and if you ask them, what tool do you use to help you do your own research? What tool do you use to protect your assets? Some people will say, okay, I just use a hardware wallet, that's it. But as end users in this space, because this is not the banks and this is not a third-party type of institution, we have to be the fraud prevention for ourselves. Banks have fraud prevention analysts, banks have divisions of people who do risk management, but all that relies on you as a user today. So we're going to need more of a fluctuation of companies such as ourselves to help end users navigate the education when it comes to security in this space, right? How to store your crypto securely, how to vet if a company's viable or not, when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, etc. But then also actually creating software in place so that we can, make sure that people aren't getting hacked, to make sure people aren't investing in fraudulent projects that they might not know the parlance about, but someone who is an expert in the space will know the parlance about. So we want to make sure anyone from an entry-level user who's never been into crypto to an expert is protected. And like I said, that goes from consumers, and it also goes from the protocols. Some protocols don't even know how to do their unit testing. They're not sure about what automated test tools to use. Some automated test tools are deprecated. So that's where we come in and we figure that out with the companies, and we work one-on-one with them. That's what deviates us from some of our competitors. Some of our competitors are much larger firms. So by virtue of that, they focus on quantity over quality. We're focused on the quality of the security of these projects. We're focused on the quality of the security for our end users.
Okay, I love what you said. So I know that blockchain technology, algorithms, AI is all the future. It's happening now. The future is now when I say the future. So what you're doing is helping people, but there might be a lot of people out here that do not understand these technical terms. They do not understand that the future is right in front of them. And for those people, they're going to need you in your company. What would you say to them? Where can they find you? And what do you have to say to them overall?
Well, what I would say to them is start now. Don't divert. Some people, I talk to people all the time. When it comes to investing in Bitcoin in general, some people say, well, I haven't invested in it because I heard about all those scams. I haven't invested in it because, I just hear about FTX and what happened with that Bankman guy, right? I would say lean on good resources, and it's hard to figure out what resources are available. So I'll say one of the top podcasts I listen to is Gentlemen of Crypto. Gentlemen in Crypto, they're one of the first crypto podcasts by King Bless and Isaiah Jackson, the author of Bitcoin in Black America. And so when I was in college, I watched them, and they've never been wrong for a lot of the projections they made in terms of what's going to happen with XYZ company, or they have a lot of rich information. So check them out. I will also say read books. One of my favorite books is by Anthony Lewis, The Basics of Bitcoins and Blockchains, and they talk about money, like money from the beginning of time, from when our ancestors were using shells and different types of materials, the barter system, to the future of banks and the Rome. And then it goes into, okay, now fiat currency. What is fiat currency? Fiat in itself, these notes, they don't really mean much. I mean, you can burn $1 and it has no value, but what really is money, and how do we distribute it in the future? And then now we get into like DigiCash and Napster, and then now 2008 Bitcoin arises, and look at us in Bitcoin 2024. So there's a lot of amazing books. Another book I would say is The Bitcoin Standard. I just saw Jimmy Song earlier. The Bitcoin Standard is a good book. So there's tons of books on this space. So I would say check out the books, check out the podcast, but don't listen to every podcaster or YouTuber. If you see those like thumbnails that say make 5,000% within a day, steer away from those guys. People like that are just trying to bank on the hype, and you shouldn't bank on the hype. Bitcoin in itself and crypto is a long-term asset. You want to hold it for a long period of time and decide when it's right for you to sell. So lean on that type of infrastructure, and also just come into this space too. The one thing I enjoy about the cryptocurrency space is that anybody can participate. It's accessible to everyone. And so when you come to conferences like this, you can convene with folks and they'll give you good information. But like I said, you have to be able to discern, okay, if this is a fraudulent project, or if this is a project where, okay, this makes sense. And that's why I made my company.
Awesome. Well, I love everything you're saying. I want people to do your own research, as she said. Stay informed, and thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say to anybody?
Oh yeah, you said check me out. So you can check me out, Jasmine S. Brunson on LinkedIn, Jasmine Brunson. Check out Rectify AI on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. And so we're out here. We're out here. We're meeting with folks. We're trying to connect with more people that want to understand how can they have better security hygiene in our space, because it's going to be needed. And security is one thing where it's an aftermath type of situation. People don't care until they get hacked or they get scammed. But we want to be proactive and predictive.
Absolutely. And as it gets bigger, cryptocurrency, and it comes to the masses, 100%, like I said before, people are going to need you. They're going to need the technology that you're working on now. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you like the content, please like and subscribe. It really does help. Thanks.